Hallo, Hallöchen Leute, willkommen wieder zurück zu Genshin Impact. Ja, ich bin nach wie vor ein bisschen krank, aber ich habe mir gedacht, scheiß drauf. Ich mache weiter mit ein bisschen Genshin-Content und wir schauen uns das aktuelle Story-Kapitel von dem neuen Charakter an, dessen Namen ich mir immer noch nicht merken kann. Hä, wo ist... ich muss den neuen Charakter erstmal finden, beziehungsweise Navia. Sie sollte hier irgendwo sein. Warte mal. Ich glaube, ich habe ein bisschen was falsch gemacht. Da muss ich am besten hier hingehen. Wir folgen aber am besten einfach diesen Dingen. Ach, da hinten ist sie.
Hey, Navia! What you up to?
Bei meinem Glück hat sie keine Stimme, oder? Oh, sie hat tatsächlich eine Stimme. Wozu die Heimlichtuerei?
Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Boer name!
It was an accident.
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say. Oh,
Wait! Huh? Who do you think you are telling me... wait a sec. Navia?
Du warst nicht wirklich unauffällig, Navia.
So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself!
Aber ich dachte, Navia, was trägst du dich hier eigentlich, voran? Es ist eine andere Story von einem anderen Charakter. Weg hier!
Savannah,
Husch, husch!
is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina...
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business.
We're overworked. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If Vermont can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people I can hire instead.
Die Frau ist ja die Empathienperson.
But Philmont can do the job, he just...
Monica, back inside, now!
Huh? But you said... I...
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you!
Wow! What a horrible person!
Ja.
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again.
Wer war das denn?
Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days, and he can barely even talk properly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Okay.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them and that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity.
Also hast du darauf gewartet, dass Savannah verschwindet. Und dann wolltest du Monika ansprechen.
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now. Sorry. Paimon should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything? Oh, no. Not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage.
So oder so, Savannah hat dich jetzt gesehen. Also wirst du wohl keine zweite Gelegenheit bekommen.
Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh, I might as well... Paimon will join you, 'cause this is kinda all Paimon's fault.
Dann bin ich auch dabei.
Oh, guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the Fleuve Cendre anyway, a really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern. Her name is...
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene. This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make...
Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly Savannah...
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
Hermann, macht ihr das Leben nicht noch schwerer? Danke für das Geschenk.
Alright. Since there's candy, Paimon will drop it. Not the candy.
Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
A little highly strung, huh?
Scheint so, als ob mit Savannah in der Küche sogar das Bedienpersonal total unter Strom steht.
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even be...
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time. Let's try this candy.
Ah ja, und ich schätze niemals Navias Vorliebe fürs Süßigkeiten.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Come on, dig it! Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper. Find... Escoffier?
Nunciera Struktura, wertvollste Schätze.
Escoffier? Could this mean...
Naja, das ist eigentlich der Charakter, um den es hier eigentlich gehen sollte.
Yeah. Let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleuve Cendre for now. That's where we'll find Escoffier anyway.
Ja gut, und wie kommen wir da am besten gleich hin? Das scheint ja so, als ob wir die Kanalisation wissen. Aber ich folge hier auch einmal am besten der Quest. Den Questpfad. Aber wir müssen da unten, nicht da oben. Aber nur ja. Sorgen wir dafür, dass es ein bisschen schneller geht. Gut. Oh, jetzt geht's wieder nach unten. Ich glaube, ich bin noch nie durch diese Tür gegangen. Ah, ja. Ja, hier. Wir müssen doch in die Kanalisation. Ui. Bam. Gut. Waren lange Zeit nicht mehr gewohnt. Aber es ist umso besser, dass wir jetzt hier sind. Nostalgie. Teil war zwar nicht die beste Storyline, aber die schönste Stadt.
So, who is this Escoffier anyway?
Oh, die tust du schon früh genug.
Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de... She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Bourg and restored the restaurant. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Bourg's history. After...
Gâteau de Bourg? That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right? Wow. What?
Well, apparently, the Hotel de Bourg was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding, but none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility. And she was sent to the fortress.
The Fortress of Mirabede?
Alles nicht so dramatisch. Wahrscheinlich war es nur eine Formsache. Wir wurden auch einmal dorthin geschickt, weil wir jemanden den Kuchen weggegessen haben.
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned...
So that's what happened.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still so I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier...
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants Escoffier to come back and kick. It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the...
well, about that...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove! You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes.
Das ist sie
At least
also.
then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire?
Pilze.
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
Ah, den Pilz brauchst du nicht traurig sein, Junge.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
Wie konnte sich das Hotel der Bord nur so lange über Wasser halten? Das fällt mir echt nichts mehr ein.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and don't repeat the same mistake twice.
Yes, Chef.
Knallhart. Aber so läuft das halt leider in der Gastronomie überall.
Excuse us,
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to join the line.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
Oh.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while...
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always the...
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef.
Sie wollte wohl nicht zurück ins Hotel de Bord.
Well, in her words, the Hotel de Boer doesn't need her anymore.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Oh, thank you, Chef.
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste. Oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
Fiamma. That's the second time we've heard that.
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son. And with Mom stuck at home, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia.
Uh-oh.
I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally...
So, you two must be the world-famous traveler and her companion, Paimon, yes?
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
Da Hilaire für dich arbeitet, weißt du doch sicher, was bei Savannah gerade
I
ist.
certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navi has come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid, even. She wasn't at all confident that she was...
That's hard to believe.
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either.
Darüber scheint sie sich wohl im Klaren zu sein.
Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite. Fiamma and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica.
Du gibst Escoffier
She
Monikas
mentioned
Bonbon.
me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well...
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation.
Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica!
Escoffier.
I can't believe her! powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe. Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. She has to learn.
Wait, so now she's,
Also egal, was sie jetzt als Ausrede zurechtlegt, immerhin lässt sie sich nun dazu herab, ein Gespräch zu führen.
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Ja, das ist keine gute Idee. Aber ich muss sagen, bis jetzt fühlt sich das eher an wie eine Navia-Story. Vor allen Dingen, weil sie uns doch begleitet. Aber naja, mal gucken. Dann gehen wir mal weiter. Runter. Nee, ach, hier rein. Ein bisschen, okay. Gut, dann geht's ja jetzt wohl richtig ab, oder?
She looks like... Is that a...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hm? Oh Gott, wir laufen hier 3-Spieler-Koop oder wie?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I messed up your order.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up, I don't think...
But, please, you have to forgive me or Chef is gonna... Okay, I'm...
Was?
What the heck?
Nicht so
Get
übertreiben.
up, Monica! Can't you see that you're just making your customer feel more awkward?
Escoffier?
If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again. And this time, get it right. You cannot go...
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake. But if I can't go back into the kitchen, I can't do that.
that's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook? If this is what Vermont had to put up with...
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing. Gave me a bit of a fright, to be honest.
Ein bisschen.
Oh, well, it's because Chef Savannah tasted a bit of the leftover soup from my pot and then threw me...
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef here. I gotta say, you're...
I mean, Escoffier was strict too, but I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive. We all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoffier was hard on us because she truly... But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game, and it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier had started working again in the...
Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not the boss here anymore.
Yeah, but through no fault of your own. What happened back then? That wasn't on you, and all. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step of the way. With so many moving parts,
Lumaline? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the Lumitoile. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they used it to treat people.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things pretty addictive.
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects, and even lead to nerve damage. So it quickly ended up on the guard's list of controlled substances. Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had all...
everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a... But you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to see this turn into a place where tensions are constantly running high. And now look at you. A fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer, but come on. It's not that bad.
Oh, the Fleuve Cendre, you say? Great. That's where I'm dining from now on.
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to... Besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was.
If only Savannah was half the boss you were.
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef?
Oh weh, jetzt geht das Drama los.
No.
So, you do remember who's boss. Escoffier? I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you doing?
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you,
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting.
Whoa. Sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder.
Vielleicht sollten wir sie kurz in Ruhe lassen.
Oh, Savannah! My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand marcotte, thinking no one can—
That's none of your business!
What happened to not storming in and...
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier...
Huh? Fan Asian?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tête-à-tête between chefs at the Hôtel de Bord, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this the
traditional way? That can only mean one thing.
Klingt ganz danach, als stünde uns eine Geschichtsstunde bevor.
That's right! I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself. The cook.
According to legend, the founders of Hôtel de Bord, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty arguments over the cooking contest would decide who had the final...
Huh. It sounds like they had a lot of free time on their hands.
Oh ja.
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights. And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming...
Reintroduction? Someone brought it back? Who?
What say you, Escoffier? Surely you of all people won't back down from this challenge. It was you who put the rule in place, after all.
Dachte ich mir, da hast du deine Antwort, Paimon.
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hôtel de Bord anymore. Isn't this bending the rules a little?
Aber Moment, ich habe ja jetzt gerade gesehen, sie ist vom Typ Kryo. Wäre es nicht passender gewesen, sie zu Pyro zu machen, wenn sie eine Köchin ist? Wegen Braten, Kochen und so. Ich meine, Kryo kannst du natürlich auch für kalte Delikatessen nehmen. Aber jetzt, ja. Naja, also Pyro hätte ich dann bei ihr ein bisschen passender gefunden, aber egal.
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms. We could simply treat...
Exhibition.
Wo kommt diese weiße Kugel plötzlich her?
If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose, you hand over the Codex de Bord to me.
Was?
What? The Codex de Bord?
Der Codex de Bord, was ist das denn?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all his secret recipes, including Gâteau de Bord. It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world, and only the present and former head chefs of the—
Present and former? Wait, but that already includes Savannah, though.
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't—
Don't take me for a fool. I want your copy, the original version, the one you took with you when you left us.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original and the copy, right? They contain the exact—
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or are you scared of me getting my hands on the—
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift, to thank Escoffier for her years of service.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the terms. Those were your words, and as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Bord, per the recipe in the Codex. Well, Escoffier, you against me.
You sound surprisingly confident. All right then, let's see how much you've actually grown. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off.
Believe me, I'll show you.
Escoffier, are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendre so I can get...
Okay, gut. Also das Kochwettbewerb ist in vollem Gang. Gut. Ach, wir müssen wieder in die Unterwelt. Kein Thema. Dann gehen wir da einfach flugs hin. Gut. Dann mache ich die Quest, schauen wir uns noch diese Sequenz an und dann werde ich den Part wahrscheinlich beenden. Und wir werden dann im nächsten Part weitermachen.
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't...
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to...
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Oh.
That's patently false, at least where your macarons are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
Okay. That's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
Also, was ist eigentlich dieser Codex de Boer, von dem sie so besessen ist?
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary. Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes. Their creations had an enormous... For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Boer was made using a special secret ingredient. So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful and invigorating cakes they had ever... Modeste and Savelli went on to found the original Hôtel de Boer, which catapulted them to stardom, and especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius. And over time, the recipes from his adventure log
Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hôtel de Boer took its rightful place as the finest restaurant in the land. Sir...
What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How can any restaurant survive with... Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. Then, Modeste passed away while he was... And that was it. The end of the Hôtel de Boer's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. Even then, it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with Vanija.
Oh! So the Codex really isn't all that, then. Paimon figured it was like one of those mystical books they have in Liyue's martial...
Yes, well, that's fiction, and this is reality. You can't meet the tastes of modern diners by following some ancient recipe.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Boer they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagined...
Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe
It did, but like I said, it's a dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. Not to mention that there's no way of finding the secret ingredient so reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the Codex. But ultimately, as for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got Vanijem's business.
Oh! Huh. Well, that kind of...
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Boer, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows? Maybe Escoffier's version is more... Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right? Not to mention that the Hôtel de Boer never would have...
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the Codex, including my own...
So why is she so interested in the... Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Boer...
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah, maybe from her point of view, It's like management doesn't truly...
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to gift me the original in the first place. Well, a joint decision by her.
What? Huh. Guess she's had a major change of...
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our gato do the talking.
Was genau soll das heißen?
It means besting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself, even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula.
Ganz schön unverblümt.
However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she respects the art, sure.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the con...
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de bourg is very complicated to make. Usually, it takes 3 chefs working in tandem. Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself. But I'd prefer to play it safe.
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior. But be warned, I will hold you to exceptionally high standards.
Aber immer doch.
Oh, count me in too. I've spent weeks perfecting my macarons after your... Even if it means competing against the Traveler, so be it.
Confident. I like it. Alright, let's start with some elementary mise en place. Show me your knife skills.
Muss ich das Wasser jetzt kochen? Zeige Escoffier deine Schneidefähigkeit. Verwende Standardangriffe, um Früchte zu zerschneiden. Escoffier scheint die geschnittenen Früchte dann zu sammeln und zu wunderlichen Materialien weiterzuverarbeiten.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. The difference in your case is that mise en place is chopping stuff up without sending juices flying all over the kitchen.
Hä?
Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. I'll be using this cold press to extract flavor compounds from the ingredients.
Ah, deswegen ist sie wohl Kryo. Was ist eine Kaltpresse?
A kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me. It uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking ingredients. But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably
Okay. Demonstriere, wie man die Kaltpresse verwendet. Drücke kurz die Elementarfähigkeit, um das Kaltpressen zu beschleunigen. Und nutze dann den Standardangriff, um sie in Gang zu setzen. Spezielle Substanzen, die du aus den Ganzen gewonnen hast, können sich noch als nützlich
Custom-made
erweisen.
equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh?
Okay.
That's some pretty high-tech food,
Das
bro.
ist sie.
Paimons never used anything this weird before.
Ich glaube, ich
Just
will
cool.
sie hier,
No,
will ich
weird.
sie auch hier reinprügeln? Nee. Nee.
The
Tut mir jetzt gerade nicht wirklich was.
I need to reduce the temperature.
Jetzt nicht wirklich. Doch, doch. Jetzt. Das funktioniert jetzt.
And done. These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients. I processed all the fruit you chopped up earlier.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. What next? Do we add all this stuff in?
Absolutely not! Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go slowly and carefully to calibrate the exact I'll demonstrate again. Now.
Okay. Lerne Escoffiers Präzisionskochkunst, auf die sie sehr stolz ist. Escoffiers Multifunktionsküchenmaschine bereitet Gewürze zu, die das Geschmacksprofil der Gerichte verändern können. Passe das Geschmacksprofil an, um ein Gleichgewicht zwischen Fruchtaroma und Blütenaroma zu erzielen und präzise abgeschmeckte köstliche Gerichte zuzubereiten.
Slowly and carefully, not a drop.
Ja, dann würzen wir mal. Ja gut. Füge Aroma hinzu, um den Geschmack auszubalancieren. Okay, da brauchen wir erstmal so diese blauen. Dann einen von dem hier. Ja, und dann ist das ja jetzt neutral, oder? 14 abgeschlossen. Das ging
And
ja einfach.
voila! Now it's your turn.
Das war ja ganz schön einfach. Und unter Escoffier's Anleitung schließen.
Not terrible, considering this, but the traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before? You got almost perfect results on your first try.
Ich habe es schlicht wie ein Rätsel für Abenteurer betrachtet.
Oh, well, they do say adventurers are multi-talented folks. Now I've seen it firsthand. Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel de Boer's current menu. I'll judge your submissions and give you a final score.
Eine Abschlussnote?
That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the
Okay, dann serviere ein Gericht aus der Speisekarte vom Hotel de.
How's it going?
Was ist denn
Have
in
you
der
picked a dish yet?
Speisekarte?
Choose wisely. I expect you to present them.
Okay. Wir haben auf jeden Fall. Wir haben ja auf jeden Fall ein paar Gerichte. Ich würde sagen, das hier nehmen wir. Knoblauch-Baguette. Ein bisschen schlicht. Foyer Gras de Fontaine. Lass mal das nehmen. Nachdem Escoffier sich vergessen hat, das tatsächlich dann.
I know this doesn't represent what you're capable of. Try again, and this time I want to.
Was?
How's it
Ist das
going?
falsch? Das sah doch lecker aus. Was haben wir hier? Leckeres Entenkonfit. Dann nehmen wir das. Wenn lecker schon dran steht, leuchtet aus, als hätte ein fertiges Gericht.
Look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say. Now, let the grating commence.
Ach, wahrscheinlich hätte ich auf lecker achten sollen.
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but Paimon's a bit of a connoisseur.
6 points.
Oh.
What? Oh, well, fair enough. Paimon doesn't cook all that often.
That's 6 out of 100.
Oh. Oh,
You say
Navia,
you're a
das war
connoisseur,
sympathisch.
but
Dieses
it's
Lachen
quite
von
clear
ihr.
from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it. By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer.
Aww.
Oh, me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less.
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar.
Aw,
Oh je, sie ist eine strenge Richterin.
Now to the final dish.
So, what do you think?
this is our last hope.
8 points.
Oh Gott. Und 10.
Darn, that's barely higher than what we go.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation.
Was? Hey, wenn du bei Palbert von 6 bis 100 machst, musst du das hier jetzt auch von 8 bis
I
100
have
machen.
to give this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9 points.
How did you pull that off?
Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
Entschuldigung.
There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many hours of. I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. The traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks. Not to mention the frustrations of having.
Hey, you made that last part up. No way did you taste that.
Well, it looks like I lost fair and square.
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining. Maybe Paimon and Navia should keep practicing and...
Chef Escoffier,
Oh, it's Hilaire. What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing Gâteau de Boer, right? I was just wondering.
And you think you're up to the task?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Oh. Wo kommt
Firma.
her?
Last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you all so much for everything you're doing for me. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
Bist du dir sicher, dass du körperlich dazu in der Lage bist, Firman?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Don't you worry. I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events. I've proven myself in the Hotel de Boer kitchen. So if anyone's qualified to work under Chef Escoffier, it's me, I think.
Firma, have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving Hotel de...
I have not. But I'm fully rested now. I know I...
Wo kommt denn das Messer her? Sieht so nach früher aus.
That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
Ja, was machst du hier gerade für ein Drama? Ja, vielleicht ist das Messer tatsächlich aus Eis und
What do
deswegen
you
zittert die
call
Hände.
this, Verma?
Oh,
I
Trauma.
can't seem to grip my knife.
Wenn es aus Eis ist, dann
Do it again!
ist das nicht so einfach.
Again!
I...
Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Dad,
Die ist aber echt
What's
der
wrong?
Hitze.
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then Will I never be able to work in a kitchen again?
Dad, talk to me. What happened?
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Monica, when did you get here?
Nicht einmal hab dich kommen hören.
Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. I didn't. But anyway, Firma, I'm so sorry. If only I'd known how serious your situation was, I would have stood up for you sooner.
Ja, das sagen sie am Ende alle.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked out for me.
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you. I probably should have brought you something.
She sounds like the worst. All right, another Savannah horror story.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make, she'll find some.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it. In the trash now!
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Oh, das sieht lecker aus.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Jetzt geht mir aber echt auf den Sack,
Either
ey.
straighten
Jetzt
yourself out or get out of my kitchen!
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives...
Oh man, that must be all.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost.
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Each time I had to read. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless at this.
Dad.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk this out.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time? Clearly, I'm in no state to help out.
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, I taught you and her everything you know. Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau.
Oh, well, Paimon and Nadia will still keep practicing, just in case.
And so will I.
Yeah! And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for chefs. There's gotta be someone out there, right?
Actually, I thought maybe I could help.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then...
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
Anscheinend gruppieren sich hier gerade die Koch-Avengers.
Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a...
I know, but it's alright. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the...
Ouch.
I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways...
Well,
Jetzt
I
wahrscheinlich
didn't
nicht.
think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go. Anyway, Monica's a professional chef, so nothing could possibly go wrong.
Great! Then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on making the team, I propose a Spina-sponsored meal to celebrate.
Spina sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Offensichtlich.
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre. And I know how much you've been looking for.
Yeah! Feast, feast, feast!
Ich kann mal kochen helfen. Das wird eine gute Übung für den Wettbewerb sein.
Alright, if you insist. Then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives.
Hä? Wie macht sie das gerade mit ihrer Gabel? Sie hat doch ihre Arme. Oder hat sie da einen Schwanz? Also, ich muss sie mir nächstes Mal genau angucken. Escoffier bewertet... Oh, schönes Art. Schönes Bittchen. Ah, das will wirklich ein Koch. Escoffier hat sich für eine opulente Auswahl an Gerichten entschieden. Zum Glück sind wir beide so geschickt, dass wir hervorragend harmoniert haben. Obwohl es unsere erste Zusammenarbeit war. Also noch mehr Eigenlob gibt's nicht. Traveler, oder?
That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
Sie hat mich großzügig gelobt und mir eine Menge beigebracht. Die Zeit verging wie im Flug.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
Ja gut, aber ich würde sagen, den Part werde ich jetzt hier an der Stelle beenden und wir machen dann im nächsten Part weiter. Ich sag dann mal, bis dann und ciao.